Yes, sir. We're back, and thank you very much for joining me again. And I keep telling you, this show is called The Chill Shop. This is a show on the mind and how we can all change our mindsets. And I'll keep telling you, if you've been missing this show, you're missing a lot. So go back on YouTube and go and dig it up. Chill Shop. From the first episode where we talked about the power of the mind, from the second episode where we talk about comparisonitis, and the third episode now we're going to talk about maximizing your talents. But of course we'll take a short commercial break, and when we come back on the Chill Shop, how do you maximize your talents? We'll be right back. I have breaking news for you guys. This past Sunday, all the fathers met and they issued a very, very urgent communique going to their wives, to their children, and to all their relatives. The communique simply states this, that this Father's Day, they want to spend it at Cactus Creek in Aburi. So the date is Sunday, the 16th of June. The fathers insist, say, Mufomra Cactus Creek. So let me give you the number to call Cactus Creek. Make a reservation for your dad and for you. Come and have a good time. If you're in the local, amazing dishes. 055-039-5007. Cactus Creek. Looking forward to seeing you.
Is it the luxurious rooms? Or the serene green surroundings? Is it the tempting swimming pool? Or the classy conference room? Or the cute gift shop? Maybe it's our chef's array of cooking delights. Whichever way, it's all about Cactus Creek. A most respected hotel. 055-039-5007.
Thank you. We're back. And thank you for all the comments. And I'm going to find a whole show that I will sit down and read your comments and answer them, you know. But for now, let me keep on our trajectory. We come from how you avoid falling into the trap of comparisonitis. And I told you the other time, do not compare yourself to anyone to allow you to feel good, or don't make the mistake of comparing yourself to other people to make you feel bad. And you are the youth. Your generation is social media. And I mentioned this on the last episode that we did, that the pressure you're getting from social media is phenomenal. Most of you can't take it. I know people in advanced countries who have committed suicide through social media because things that they saw and they couldn't handle it, they thought actually it's not worth living. But last time we talked about comparisonitis and how you can focus on yourself. And I'm talking about you kids out there. This show is not for my age group. Really, we have done all that we can do. This show is for the youth, is to get you, the youth, to start tuning your mind in the right direction. Okay? So if you missed comparisonitis, make sure you go and take a look at it and then come back and see this one. Today I want to talk about maximizing your talents. Maximize your talent. What does that mean? It means you have a talent. And in order for you to benefit from your talent, maximize it. The first thing I want to tell you, and I tell this every time when I speak to the youth, your talent is not enough. It is not enough to have a talent. No. The important thing is that whatever talent you have to perfect the craft. There's something called a craft. The craft is the ingredients that make up your talent. The kinds of things you need to know, the kind of things you need to understand, the kind of things you need to get deep into in order to grow that talent. It is not enough to have a talent. Having said that, what is a talent? The more I go around schools, and I've been through every school in Ghana, I've given speeches on every university campus in this country, from Accra to the north to the south. Unless it's not a university, most tertiary institutions, I have been there, I have spoken with them. So finally, everything that I've shared with them is what I'm sharing with all of you online. Okay? All of you online. So please take these very, very, very seriously. The question I'm asking is, what is talent? I've told you to maximize your talent. Even before we talk about maximizing your talent, the first question is, what is talent? Your talent is anything that you have the ability to do and it comes effortlessly. You don't have to worry and think and think and think. Whatever it is you're doing that comes without so much effort, it's a talent. There are some people who can sit down and then they are drawing. Within 5 minutes, the things that they will draw easily, effortlessly, they have a talent in art. Okay? There are people who will sit down and they can solve the most complex mathematical problems. With the math you put in front of them, any math problem, or the teacher teaches them, they get it just like this. And a talent too. It's a talent. Remember, anything that you can do effortlessly is almost a second nature. There are people who are listening to me who know what I'm talking about. When it comes to math, you get it easily. Chemistry, computers, IT, anything that comes your way that you can do without any major effort is a talent. The second thing I want to say about talent is this. Many of you people out there, you young ones, you think that talent is restricted to the arts. Say we can make poetry, we are talented. If you can do music, you are talented. If you can do acting, you are talented. If you can do great comedy, you are talented. If you can do whatever it is. Most of us restrict talent to the arts. And I know this because every time I go around and I'm talking to students of your age group and I talk to them about talent, there are many occasions that people have come, oh, KSM, me, I don't have any talent. I said, why? Oh, me, I can't sing. Me, I can't paint. Or I can't act, or I can't do it. And so they have limited talent to only the creative arts. It is wrong. It is wrong. Yes, the creative arts need talents. You need to have a talent in the creative arts. However, the talent does not end only with the creative arts. You can be a good mathematician. It's your talent. You could be a good orator. It's your talent. Geography, English language, think about any subject in the world. You can be it. It is your talent. I'm just saying this because I want you guys to stop thinking that when we talk about talent, it applies only to the creative arts. It is not true at all. And so the reason why many people say they are not talented is because they say they can't sing. Me, I'm not a dancer, So when you talk about who do you know that has a great talent? Oh, it's Sarkodie. Charlie, the man can sing. He can dance. Or it's Shatawale. He has so many his songs, hit by hit by hit. Shatawale is talented. Yes, he is. But I'm saying narrowly, we have unfortunately limited what a talent is. A talent is not just being in music. A talent is the ability to do something without that much effort and that much pain. A talent. There are most of you here listening to me who, when it comes to doing carpentry and designing anything that can be considered something in the lane of carpentry, is like, bam, they have done it. But they don't know that they have talent too, because they're carpentry. The only time they will realize and say they have a talent is when they are in the creative arts. So that is wrong. So let's all disabuse our minds of what a talent is. Many of you listening to me are talented. You can be talented mathematicians, you can be talented people in geography, you can be talented in computers, you can be talented in developing apps, you can be talented in many areas. So long as whatever you're doing comes effortlessly. When I say effortlessly, it means within a short time you can understand it. Even if you're hearing about it for the first time, somehow your brain is able to grasp it immediately. Your talent. Okay? So having established what a talent is, and a talent is something that I call an innate ability. An innate ability is it's you have a certain ability inside you for a certain thing, and when you do it with ease, or you do it with some understanding, or it doesn't take you too much. I sitting here, KSM, I will tell you something, that one area that I know is not my talent is mathematics. Charlie, I'm being very frank with you. I failed mathematics so bad. If you're around, you give me a standing ovation, say, KSM, this failure is spectacular. I just couldn't wrap my mind out of mathematical equations and complications. You teach me. I just don't get it. Occasionally, depending on the teacher, I get an interest, and the only time that I got an interest in mathematics was way back, before all of you were born, in 1972. I was then in, I think, what you consider now SHS 2, maybe. We had a mathematics teacher, and I'll never forget him. Dear friend, Mr. Boache. He taught the math in a way that I actually started enjoying the subject. And that's the subject that I got the highest marks I got in math was when Mr. Boache was teaching. I got a good 45%, man. Coming from where I was in math to get 45%, wow. But enough of that. I'm just saying that there are certain things that come easily for me. Mathematics was not one of them. It is not my talent. I can study it and have a little bit understanding, but I can never compare it to somebody who has the innate ability to interpret and understand mathematics. So I am saying this. I want all of you to examine yourselves. You can even go back as far back as childhood. Is there any one thing that you love? Is there any one thing that you do and you could do well? It doesn't matter what it is. Think about it. Is there anything that you remember in your childhood that you can do and do extremely well? Guess what? It is most likely something you are talented in, but you don't even value it because you were a kid and doesn't make sense. I'll tell you one thing that I did and did very, very well as a kid, and I never knew it was a talent. Creative writing. To sit down and create things out of the air and write a short essay. Ooh. In class 5, I wrote an essay that was so good. I remember my teacher said they will punish me if I don't tell them where I went to copy that essay. You see, educational system. But tried any so much, say, now I'm going to be punished. You know, it was excellent. It just came from my mind easily, without effort. Without effort. Now, looking back, I know where the talent for creative writing started. Okay? Is that same creative writing that I used to write my comedy, most of you were not born, but I wrote a show called The Saga of the Returnee, which was one of the most popular, evergreen theatrical shows ever written. It came so naturally. Enough of me. I just use it as an example to let you know that you need to go back and just find, Misakura, what did I like doing that I could do and do well? You'll be surprised that it is something that you had talent in. The problem we have now is that most of those things now do not make easy money. They say, who has time for talent? I want to find something that can make me money. So we don't want to, But let's forget about that. We'll talk about that later. But I'm trying to advise you now. Think of anything that you could do and do extremely well, that even today, if you're doing it, it will be effortless. And you see how you can excel in that thing. And we'll talk about it in subsequent programs. Okay? There are 4 stages of learning how to ride a bicycle. I don't know, most of you who have learned how to ride a bicycle, there are 4 main stages. Stage 1, they put you on the bike, right? And somebody is holding the bike for you to learn how to paddle, right? And this is all that you're doing, wobbly. And they always are holding the bike, because the minute they leave the bike, you will fall. That is stage 1. Stage 2 is when you start riding the bicycle, but this time they don't have to hold the bike. You can ride the bike yourself. But the minute you start riding and you go for a few meters, you start shaking again. They have to come and rush and hold you again. And then you stabilize, and then they leave you. And then you go again, kakra, then they have to come and hold you. That is stage 2. So check this out. Stage 1, they have to hold you all the time. Stage 2, they have to hold you small and let you go a little bit. And then they have to rush and come and hold you again and then let you go. That's stage 2. Stage 3, you get to be able to ride a bicycle. You can get on the bicycle yourself and ride. Nobody has to hold anything. That is stage 3. Ultimate cow bicycle. You can go on your own on your bike. That is stage 3. In stage 4, oh my goodness. Stage 4 is when you start doing inkeche on the bicycle. See, some people are riding, they will lift up their hands, they are still riding, they will stand up, they will do all the things. Oh, inkeche. That is stage 4. you can ride the bicycle so well that you can start doing nkeche on the bicycle. So those are the 4 stages of learning how to ride a bicycle. Always being held, always. Goes to number 2, partially being held. Not all the time, partially. Number 3, you're on your own now. You can ride and ride and ride and ride. Number 4, not only do you ride, you can do nkeche on the bicycle. You can raise up your hands, you can do all kinds of things. Folks, that is how talent is. You can't say much more. That is how talent is. Talent can be grouped in all these stages. Okay? If you're working now at something, and whatever you're doing, every time you need supervision, it's like, hey, we are working in some place. Every time your supervisor has to be behind you because you mess up. It means you are on stage 1. Whatever you do, you have peaked at stage 1. Because that's what you are doing, you can't do it well. Then there's stage 2, that they can come and assist you small and leave you alone. Assist you small and leave you alone. That's a stage 2 when you're at work and there's constant supervision, you know. Stage 3, you're on your own. So if you're at work right now or whatever you're doing, you're working, you're studying, and you can do everything on your own, you can understand things, you're at stage 3. Stage 4 is the nkeche. I use this as an example of the different kinds of the phases of talent. If you do something that you have a passion for, if you do something that comes naturally, if you sit down and look at yourself and really find out what you do that you do very, very well and it comes easily, trust me, when you get on the job and you're doing it, you're going to be at stage 4. You're always ahead. You do it freely. It comes. That is your talent. If you're doing anything and you're at stage 1, I'm telling you, but in your talent. If the best you can do is stage 2, they'll come and look at you and come and look at you. Still, you haven't really landed yourself in the place that you are talented at. Stage 3, great. You now you know what your talent is. You can do it on yourself. Stage 4 is the maximum of your talent. If you're able to reach stage 4, you have maximized your talent. And trust me, it is so in every field. We're a doctor, we're a lawyer, we're a seamstress, we're a carpenter. If you're a carpenter and every time you do work, your boss has to come and say, you are stage 1, you can't move. Forget about it. It is not your talent. You can do it for the meantime, but it's not your talent. Stage 2, you are getting there, but it's not your talent. Stage 3 and stage 4, then you're comfortable. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is, first of all, identify your talent. And the way you identify your talent is to see what you do that you can do well, even without an effort. And I'm breaking now, so in the next edition, we'll do a part 2 of maximizing your talent. Okay? So folks, make sure that you keep your eyes and your ears open for Chill Shop, where I tell you, folks, give me 22 minutes and I will enlighten your world. We'll be back next week with the 3rd edition of Chill Shop, and I'll do part 2 of how you maximize your talent. See you next time. Chill Shop, and you'll understand. Until then, my dear friends, let me end in my most famous quote, my dear friends. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. Don't waste yours.